They say if you hear the footsteps, you still have a chance, but no one remembers what happens after. Down in Louisiana's Atchafalaya Basin, the fog never leaves. It crawls across the water like something alive, wrapping around the trees, breathing through the roots. The locals say the swamp has lungs, and when it exhales, something inside wakes up. They call her the woman who walks. Her name was Alara Faye, a midwife, a healer. She lived where the river bent like a spine, far from town. They said she could pull sickness out of a child's body with her hands. They said she whispered to storms. Then the sheriff's son died in her arms, and her gift became a curse. The men tied her to a cypress and filled her mouth with river mud. When they lit the roots, the swamp screamed back. The water boiled, the air turned black, and by dawn her house had sunk. Her garden burned. Every mirror in the parish cracked from the inside. They buried her body in the mud, but not her voice. Since then, when dusk falls and the frogs fall silent, 3 footsteps echo through the swamp. Slow, heavy, wet. If you hear them, you still have a chance. If you don't, you've already been chosen. I came to Mire Hollow chasing stories, the kind people tell but never finish. The locals refused to talk. One old man spat into the dirt and said the swamp decides who it remembers. I thought he was being dramatic. I was wrong. My guide, Dupre, was a retired warden, all bone and silence, his eyes pale green like the water before a storm. He said we'd need to leave something behind. Tobacco, salt, or a secret. The swamp feeds on what you hide. He called it respect. I called it superstition. The boat cut through the fog, slow as prayer. Trees rose from the water like the ribs of a buried animal. Spanish moss brushed our shoulders like hands we couldn't see. The smell was rot and rain, sweet and sour. I tried to record it all, but the camera flickered, its light struggling to stay alive. Dupre said the swamp doesn't like to be watched. We found a small patch of land, just mud, and an iron cross blackened by storms. Dupre wouldn't step near it. He said it marked the night Alara burned. He said the cross doesn't protect, it only warns. I didn't listen. I unpacked the camera and waited. The air shifted, crickets stopped. Frogs choked their songs halfway through. The silence pressed against my chest until I could hear my heartbeat. Then 3 steps, distant at first, slow, rhythmic, wrong. Each one heavier than the last. The water rippled, my breath thinned. Dupre whispered, "Don't look up, don't speak. The swamp listens through your fear." But I looked. Curiosity is louder than caution. She was there, not glowing, not ghostly, just standing, half in the water, half in the fog. Her hair hung like wet moss. Her skin shimmered like river glass. In her arms, a bundle wrapped in weeds. She moved without sound, but every step made the earth breathe. The water bent around her feet, as if afraid to touch. Dupre muttered a prayer. He said she carried the stillborn child the sheriff blamed her for. He said she shows its face to the living so they forget their own. I felt her eyes on me, though I couldn't see them. The bundle in her arms shifted. Something small exhaled. A soft human sound that didn't belong here. My camera clicked on by itself. The lens fogged from inside. Through the haze, she turned toward us. Her face was pale, cracked, the skin thin as paper over bone. She didn't blink or breathe. The bundle twitched again, and then she smiled. Slow, gentle, wrong. The lantern flickered out. Dupre's voice shook. "Walk backward, don't run, don't pray. Count your steps. 1, 2, 3. The sound followed, wet and close. I could feel the vibrations crawling up my legs. The fog thickened, my heart matched her rhythm, my body wanted to flee. My mind forgot how. The water whispered beneath every step, like voices under skin. At the dock, Dupre dropped to his knees, tore a piece of cloth from his shirt, tied it to the iron cross and laid it on the water. It didn't sink. It drifted toward the fog and turned, as if watching. I started the engine. The boat refused. Then 3 more steps, closer now, behind us. The air tasted like iron. I didn't look back. I couldn't. The engine roared to life, screaming through the silence. The fog split open, but I knew she was still there, somewhere just behind the sound. Back in town, Dupre said nothing. He stared at the floor, hands trembling, eyes empty. Before he left, he said one thing. She doesn't haunt this place. She owns it. That night, I played the footage. Static, then breathing, then footsteps. Wet and slow, as if someone was walking inside the room. And under them, her voice, a whisper so low it felt like a thought not meant for me. If you hear the footsteps, you still have a chance. I turned the player off, but the sound didn't stop. It moved toward the hallway. I opened the door. Nothing there, just footprints, dark and dripping, leading to my bed. I followed them. They ended beneath the window. The curtains moved, though the night outside was still. The rain fell upward. By morning, Dupre was gone. His boat drifted on the water with an iron cross tied to its bow. The police said I left the hotel before sunrise, silent, pale, barefoot. But I remember lying in bed, counting the steps circling me, 1, 2, 3, until one stopped at my ear. Weeks later, I opened the footage again. It was ruined. Only the sound remained, her lullaby buried beneath static, soft as breath. Sometimes walking city streets, I hear it again. 3 steps behind me, always 3, always patient. I never look back. I never speak her name. Because Dupre was right. The swamp doesn't haunt, it collects. And if you ever find yourself in southern Louisiana when the air grows too still and the world holds its breath, listen carefully. If you hear the footsteps, you still have a chance. But if you hear nothing at all, she's already listening to you.